Hello and welcome to my math companion. In this video, we'll be looking at a few basics of probability and we'll also solve a question involving some simple concepts in probability. So let's begin. Now, before I start with the question, I would like to state an extremely important theorem in probability, and that is that the probability of any event happening, and it does not matter which event this is, that probability will always be between 0 and 1, in which both 0 and 1 are inclusive. And that means that the probability can be 0 or can be 1 and will be in that range. So, this concept is actually used in the proofs of many important theorems in probability, many complex and important theorems in probability. And although it may seem extremely trivial, it is probably the most important part of probability that you must always remember when solving any question involving probability. So now we will begin with our question. The question states that there are 4 red boxes, 5 blue boxes, and 2 green boxes. What is the probability of selecting a red box if I choose a box at random? So in any question, like in any simple probability question, it's very helpful to draw out or write down all the possible items in your sample set. And we are given 4 red boxes, 5 blue boxes, and 2 green boxes, and we have drawn that out. If you're wondering what a sample set is or sample space, that is all the items in your set that you have. And we see that we have 4 red boxes, 5 blue boxes, and 2 green boxes, and therefore our the total number of boxes that we have would be our sample space, and we will perform operations involving probability in our sample space. The sample space is 4 plus 5 plus 2, and that is 11. And the question tells us to find out the probability of selecting a red box if we choose a box at random. So we see that there are 4 red boxes as stated in the question, and that's our condition. Our condition is to find the probability that you pick a red box. So the probability of any event happening is the number of elements satisfying that event, the number of elements in the sample space that satisfy this event upon the total number of elements, which is also known as the sample space. So of course, with more complex problems in probability, you will not get direct theorems like this, but for a simple problem involving just a single probability of selecting something from a sample space, this will be a standard equation or standard formula, you could call it. And we see that the number of elements that are satisfying this event are 4, since we have 4 red boxes. And the total number of elements, we know that to be 11. And just by plugging in these values into this formula, you will get 4 divided by 11, and that is our probability. And if you think of this from a logical sense as well, it makes sense. If you have a total of 11 different colored boxes and 4 of them are red, the chance that or the probability of you picking 4 red boxes, or of picking a red box, I'm sorry, would be 4 divided by 11. And that is how you solve problems in probability involving selecting something from a sample space.